The Human Trafficking and Vice Unit is tasked with identifying instances of human trafficking in Orange County, offering services to the victims and holding offenders accountable. The 5 investigators assigned to the unit, Sergeants Jackie Gray, Christina Strunk, and investigators Austin Caseman and Joel Ruvalcaba, and Justin Leong, take a proactive approach to their work, conducting multiple undercover operations, investigating the proliferation of human trafficking online, and executing various demand reduction operations. Among their exemplary work in 2022 was their contribution to Orange County's first and largest multi-agency human trafficking enforcement operation, dubbed Operation Red Zone. Corrine St. Thomas Stowers, intelligence analyst with the Orange County Intelligence Assessment Center, OCIAC, developed and coordinated the first of its kind operation, which has garnered national recognition.
The unit investigated human trafficking cases, pimping, pandering cases in Orange County, both proactive and reactive cases. By proactive, I mean we went out and we searched for underage prostitutes online, trying to save the victims that were being pimped out by human traffickers. And by reactive, I mean when patrol would call us saying that they had just stopped an underage juvenile victim of human trafficking, we'd go out and find the suspect and arrest them, hopefully that day.
In 2022, we were extremely busy. We made over 150 arrests. That's about 1 every 2 days, during which time we recovered over 35 victims. Of those 35 victims, 10 were juveniles.
In February 22, during Operation Red Zone, we worked closely with OCIAC to do one of the largest operations in the county to combat human trafficking during the Super Bowl.
Operation Red Zone came about because we knew that the Super Bowl was coming to the Southern California region, specifically Los Angeles, and we believed that there may be an impact to Orange County. Now we know that human trafficking is not a result of the Super Bowl, but we know that criminal activity does increase with large-scale events. So we wanted to identify a way to effectively address human trafficking in Orange County. So I was sitting at my desk and I was talking to some colleagues at work and I said, what if we did one of the first large-scale efforts to specifically target human trafficking and human trafficking offenders in Orange County? Not only so that we could identify the perpetrators that were coming into our county and committing these violent crimes, but also to identify victims and to understand what the threat picture looked like for our county.
Part of my responsibilities specifically were to have an undercover profile online, posing as an underage prostitute, luring in human traffickers who were trying to pimp out underage girls online.
So one of the aspects of Operation Red Zone was identifying commercially sexually exploited advertisements online, and these are all publicly available, but it takes a lot of time to identify victims associated to those sex ads. So my role during this operation was to support our law enforcement partners with their operations that they had going on within their areas. So there would be times when I'd receive information about an offender and we'd have to build a subject profile on that person to find out what maybe their criminal history looked like or what their pattern of life looked like. So I would sit behind the computer and go through lots and lots of data and then share it with our law enforcement partners so they could go do their job. Operation Red Zone resulted in 56 arrests and 16 victims that were identified and resources provided. One of the largest takeaways was that we were able to identify that we could do a successful operation throughout the county, that we could take one singular crime in our Orange County, come together in a collaborative model and address the offenders that come to our county to commit these violent offenses.
I loved being able to make a difference here in the county and in other places throughout the state. I love being able to, even if it's just that one victim, that I can make a difference in their life and get them back to their family. That's what I woke up every morning and went to work for.